Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. Or like Keith Thurman, you can find yourself as a backup plan if Crawford and Spence fall apart. Now, that's news to me. Just got finished watching a video with Bomack, talking to the guys on Fight High, right? And Bomack was very excited, just about talking about Keyshawn Davis, but also they got him to talk a little bit about Crawford. What he says is this is their opportunity, Crawford fighting Earl Spence, to show to the world that he's the best fighter. Oh boy. I'm not going to edit that out because I'm human. But he wants to show that Crawford's the best fighter to the world. But everyone's going to have an opinion, right? I always say, the Spence fans, the Crawford's fans, they're just a matter of time before they start biting people. You know what I'm saying? They're a little bit out there. But I noticed that Bomack didn't seem 100% confident that Crawford and Spence were going to get in the ring. You know, because the guy who was interviewing him said, yeah, and it seems like Keith Thurman is the backup plan. Now, if you guys remember, when it comes to the WBO, Keith Thurman was ranked. Matter of fact, while I got you on here, I'm going to pull it up while I talk. Now, what you're going to remember is Keith Thurman was ranked, very high in the WBO. I think he was actually ranked number 2. And then there was some things that got moved around a little bit with Virgil Ortiz definitely getting pulled off of there. And then, where is it? I got this thing here. I want to show y'all something. Because that's what I need to look at. We need to look at it and see where the hell is Keith Thurman. Because I thought they had bumped him down. Okay, Keith Thurman. Yeah, I was right. So let me see if I can show y'all this. Let me see, window capture. Let me have to do this again. Okay, let me do this for you. Let me show you something. Get rid of this. I'm gonna show y'all something right now because it tripped me out when I saw it. Where Keith Thurman was, because I thought that was odd that they actually got rid of Keith Thurman and put him all the way down at the bottom. But there it is right there. So let's take a look at this, because for Keith Thurman, so you can see under the WBO right here, Keith Thurman's ranked number 15. Okay, so for him to be the backup plan, I think Keith Thurman is the backup plan for maybe Earl Spence if for some reason Spence and Crawford don't go. Yeah, so there you go. So Keith Thurman is still, the M is there for mandatory. All right. So if this fight happens to fall apart, this fight between Crawford and Spence, that means Spence goes to the fight with Thurman. But then for Crawford, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. When we're looking at the WBO, I don't know what Crawford does, because Roach is already committed to fighting. Roach has a fight coming up against this guy Anthony Young, who's ranked number 10. But after he fights him, I tell you what, Crawford's gonna have, man, y'all may mess around and see Crawford fight Crowley or Ellis. Like, this is so screwed up right now. I understand Roach is a mandatory, but if Roach has a fight with this guy Anthony Young and he may not be available to fight Crawford, if Crawford and Spence can't make this happen, then next on the list is Cody Crowley. And then Rashidi Ellis. So, hey, that's the reality of the situation. Let's just hold on and see what direction this is gonna go, because what we all know is to expect the unexpected when it comes to Crawford and Spence and trying to get those two in the ring for this damn undisputed distinction. But it's crazy. But that being said, I think I'm gonna sit back in this holding pattern and see what direction this goes. Because to be quite honest, when it's one thing, to listen to someone like a guy like Bomack speak about Terrence Crawford, talk about Earl Spence. He sounded a little excited, but he wasn't showing a lot of, his energy wasn't high. But he was like, we're just glad to get an opportunity to show that we're the best, in the world, by facing Earl Spence. And I was like, okay, he sounds a little excited. But then again, he came and said, it was like, they'll see, if the fight happens. So he went from high energy to low energy, which I just thought was odd. And then when they started talking about, Keith Thurman's name, I was like, whoa. Well, I don't know. I don't know much about all of that. But it just makes me feel like I wouldn't hold my breath. You know what I'm saying? It looks like the fight's definitely like it's going that direction. But I need to listen to some other people talk, because damn, after listening to Bomack, it just really made me feel like it's like 50-50. You know what I mean? Like there's a 50% chance of that fight actually taking place. Because I don't understand how come he just didn't carry the high energy. It just fell off. He just crashed. But I don't know. But that being said, what I'm giving you guys right now are the facts, people. Crawford and Spence supposed to be getting it on. Crawford wants to show to the world that he's the best. Keith Thurman is going to be a backup plan for Spence because he's the mandatory. Alexis Rocha has a fight with Young already. So if he can't be ready after his fight with Young and Crawford's in the breeze, the next two for Crawford, hey, look, whether we like it or not, is Crowley or Rashidi Ellis. And the WBO is going to go down the line. So Cody Crowley could be getting his shot. And I'm telling you right now, if that happens, oh, Lord have mercy. Crawford might as well leave the country. He need to go and just hook up with Kinahan. The two of them just chill out there in the Middle East and hide off in one of them. They don't even have wigwams out there in Saudi Arabia, man. Go hide up in one of them sand dunes and don't even come back to the States, because I'm sure, man, people going to give them hell. But that being said, y'all keep cool. More to come on this whole Spence and Crawford thing. But at least we have some positive indicators that the fight's on. It's just a matter of them getting into the ring. You know what I'm saying? That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans on 7 continents. I'm in the breeze.